The league, we are winning it.
What, we can't win the Champions League?
Oh, right there.
Why can't we, if you can get Mbappe, why can't we win the Champions League?
15 minutes.
You're telling the fans that you can get Mbappe, so why can't we win the Champions League?
You left the chat 10 years ago.
You ain't even been in the Champions League.
Back in the chat.
You've been in the Champions League on and off this whole time.
Come on! Yeah, we can cope with the Hagen.
Yes.
Man United and Bayern Munich should be coming
Go get out
in the top two.
That's what should be looking.
It doesn't matter what you look at it. Don't care about no away record, and there's no excuses for that. You know what? I'm not even angry. Again, it's that emptiness that you feel. Do you realise, mate? Do you realise how shameful it is when someone clips this when we get bopped in Denmark?
Oh yeah. We can cope with Copenhagen 3-0.
Talk to me. About what? What do you want me to talk to you about? Life.
I'm going to continue the laughing, right? He's here in the building. We got Flex here. And we are ready for the weekend preview. And you know, we've got the Avengers back as well because AGT's in the building. Abby is here. And Matisse is here. But you're off the hook a bit today.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. I don't
You're
play
chilling today. You're chilling today because we've got Flex here. We missed Flex on Monday. We missed you, man. We missed you so badly. We were going to
Miss me on Wednesday as well.
We're going to get
Before. Why didn't you miss me then?
We're going to get
Why didn't you miss me then, mate? I won a game.
That was a long time ago now.
It feels like it.
Long time ago now, bro.
Today's video brought to you today by Fair Play, the brilliant app that allows you to bet against each other and you get the money. AGT, run them.
I'm still a bit confused by this because you all still owe me money. Literally.
Not me. I paid you.
She's forgot again.
Oh dear.
Have you paid?
I've paid. What do you can't believe?
Literally, I'm going to collect.
You owe me money for FIFA.
Listen, man.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Run it through. You see, if you run it through the Fair Play, you get the money.
Send an invoice. Send an invoice.
Watch yourself.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. You can make a bet with your mates on anything. Is it a game of FIFA? Is it who can down Guinness rum punch the quickest? I'm not too sure. You can bet whatever you want. It's Christmas time. Go wild. Have some fun. As you know, no commission. So you take home 100% of the winnings. It's free to download. So if me and Flex bet, I don't know, for instance, will we score 5 goals on Sunday?
And I raise you, and I say, no, you will score more. We can do it in the Fair Play app.
All right, we'll do it in the Fair Play app, mate. We'll put a tenner down each, right? So the winner, 20 quid that pays for the drinks for the winner or the loser, because, you know, drinking, you can... Anyway, download the app via the link in the description and scan the QR code on the screen now and make a bet of DR Sports. The official DR Sports weekend roundup preview / show this week is the code Salah, right? We're going to make our own separate one. However, for you at home, if Mohamed Salah, King Mohamed Salah, Prophet Mohammed, right? If he scores or assists, Robbie, against Manchester United this weekend... Users get a fine.
What was the Saka one? There was a Saka one when we were like, they're basically giving you.
This is even worse. This is even worse. That's actually ridiculous.
Even better for you guys at home. Even better. Dead cert.
As we at least one assist and at least one goal. He scored 12 goals against Manchester United so far, Robbie. So we'll hopefully add to that. It could be double trouble. If you entered CARD last week, that was the promo code CARD last week, then do check the Fair Play account because there will be a free £5 bet in your account. I believe it was if there was a card in the Arsenal-Aston Villa game, which there was. So go and check that. You got a free bluey.
All right.
If you've used this before, you know how to do it. You're good to go. You need to be 18 plus and gamble aware, of course. Link in the description. Go and have some fun, because I certainly will be come 4:30 on Sunday.
Gaia Steve Manchu says, AGT, you should triple captain Salah for this week's
quintuple, whatever it is. I don't know the
and save it for Chelsea.
Yeah, 100%.
Man United fan says, Eric Ten Hag out. No style of play, no tactics, bad signing. And Kira Bitsy says, hey Flex, is United View team still working on a new intro song? Flex, let's get straight to you off because we obviously preview the games. It will kind of lead into the preview because obviously the big game this weekend is Liverpool versus Manchester United. Massive game on Sunday. But Flex, it's been a disastrous week for Manchester United. Going out of the Champions League, let's take it from the beginning. Losing at home, first of all, to Bournemouth in a shock defeat 3-0. I mean, a real, I put that in the bracket of an unacceptable defeat. It could have been 4. They had a goal chalked off at the end.
2 goals chalked.
Right? And then following that up with a very... I thought United started all right in the first half, but the second half, they were very poor against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich didn't even look to get out of first gear, really. And Manchester United finishing bottom of their Champions League group, conceding 15 goals, which was the same amount. The only other team that conceded that amount of goals in their group, I think, was Royal Antwerp. Right? A really poor showing. As we were all joking about it in the captions, but you said yourself, you guys were saying it's a group that you get out of. You know what I mean? Copenhagen.
No excuses, he said.
No excuses. Copenhagen, Galatasaray. What is the excuses then?
None.
Because it's been shocking. And then now, on top of that, this weekend you've got to go to Anfield and play the team top of the league. So, not that they needed any more motivation.
More licks coming.
But top of the league, going away to your deadliest rivals. I mean, Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
It's not that yet because, what is it? That's just after. We've got Villa.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
Villa at
And West
home.
Ham, I think.
And West Ham away as well.
What's happening?
I don't know, mate. Like, basically...
You're shit.
Yeah. We are shit. But also it's like... I've understood this. It's just so much bigger than like what it is as fans. Yeah, we want to go. Right, it's this fault. It's this fault.
What it is.
Is this player? Is this manager? Don't play him. Make sure you play him. Then you play him, and then you still shit. Like it doesn't matter what combination happens. So the bigger picture is that everything needs to change at the club. Everything. And there is about to be a lot of change. But in terms of what's happening now, you've got some players in the dressing room who are trying. He hasn't lost every single one of them. You've got some of them who are trying, but they're just not good enough. You've got players who have given up, who got nothing to play for, who would do the same thing that they've done under many managers. You've got purchases that Ten Hag's made that are uninspiring and can't get going or won't get going or aren't that good. You've got Ten Hag himself, who is making bizarre decisions, making situations worse with some of his methods and his team selections that don't add up. So that's on him. And then you've got the change that's about to happen at the club where no one knows whether they're coming or going. Key figures are leaving, and then obviously results. The biggest thing is results. You get a good performance against Chelsea, but then you go, but Chelsea are crap. So then that's not doesn't mean you were that good. Even Bournemouth went, we're better than Chelsea. We'll give you a better game than that. And they did, and smashed us. Against Bayern Munich, I did see a team, like you said, in the first half, we tried to go high, we tried to press. But you knew after like 5-10 minutes that was going to dwindle, and that's what happened. All the nearly moments in the first half, all went to Bayern. Do you know what I mean? Where Harry Kane flashes it across the box, or Sane, someone crossed it to him and he should have done better. All the nearly moments went to them. Second half, with what he had at his disposal, Eric Ten Hag, with loads of, we had 2 keepers on the bench, Dangor, Joe Hugill, Hannibal, all kids, because the senior players aren't there. Not that they would have made much difference. But he went, Højlund was getting manhandled like a year 7 versus year 11s at break time. In the lunchtime when you youngsters try and play with a big man.
With
an
the ball over the pitch.
Yeah. He was just getting roughed up by Upamecano and Kim Min-jae. The golfing class was just too big, so we tried to put McTominay up front with him, 4-4-2. First 5 minutes, second half, went a bit high, camped him in a bit. And then that was it, the game just disintegrated. And I didn't see a team, though, I was disappointed. I didn't see a team that were like trying to do every single thing to the last minute to even try to have a chance. And you know what? That's why I went mad, because I didn't expect to. With this team now, in the tough moments, and it's the same thing with Anfield coming up, which we'll talk about, when you strip it down to bare bones and results aren't going for you, is there a bunch of players there that will be proud to wear the badge and go, listen, we're in a bad moment, let's give it everything at Anfield and fight and kick and push through? No, of course not.
You can't get rid of players, right? Because they're on contracts, but you can get rid of managers. If Eric Ten Hag goes to Anfield at the weekend and gets embarrassed, say it was like a 4-0 plus.
Which is very
4-0's a
very
respectable result.
Yeah.
4-0 respectable result.
No,
I'd
but it
probably,
is.
See what happened
if you
last
put that
time?
on the table now, I'd probably
let's
take it.
just say it was a 4-0 plus.
I can't wait.
Is that it? Does he have to go? There's been rumours that,
No.
Graham Potter's been lined up as a replacement.
Yeah, and that better not happen too.
I mean,
You dare.
if he...
Graham Potter,
come on!
If we end up with Graham Potter,
I've got a story to tell you about him.
If he goes to Anfield 4-5-0 plus, is that it? Does he have to go?
No. The reason why? The reason why is because of what's about to all happen. And this is the irony about this.
But what about what's happening now?
I'll tell you why. That's what I'm saying. This is where Man United have to actually, and us as fans have to take more licks, have to take it to get worse, in order to completely restructure. What I'm not against is I'm not blindly backing Ten Hag to say, listen, man, he's 100,000,000% the right guy. He will be okay. I'm not in that camp. I believe it's bigger than just him, and I believe we have to stop doing, when they say the definition of insanity, says we have to break this mold, and I want us to stick by him. But if Ineos come in, which is going to happen, and make all these changes and go, right, you know what, just got slapped 5-0 at thing, against Aston Villa it weren't great, now we've come in January, now's the best time to actually just get rid of everything. We're going to start undoing these contracts, Martial's going to have to leave in, Sancho's going to be leaving, Varane, start undoing these big contracts, get to the summer, get rid of the likes of Scott McTominay, Harry Maguire's got to go in the end, all the things that we want to try and do.
McTominay's your best player.
Yeah, well, no, he's not though. That's the problem. Right now, one of the problems is that he actually needs to play because who's going to get us a goal? That's a huge problem with Man United. Yeah. That isn't make sure you give him a new deal in the summer because look, he can score.
No.
If he's your best player,
if he's your best player at Man
mediocrity.
United, that's like me saying like someone like I don't know, and then he's your best player now. Because you're getting you a couple goals. You're not going to say that's sustainable and invest into him, are you? You're going to say, bloody hell, that's how far we've fallen. So, for me, and Eric Ten Hag shouldn't go anywhere right now because the people in charge at Man United aren't even, as we're speaking now, aren't even going to be in charge in a couple of months. So how can you task them with planning forward and trying to get a new manager?
Right, Abby,
you can't.
if Ten Hag gets 4+ at the weekend, in your opinion, should he go?
I think I do agree with Flex. It's quite difficult because I look at who is out there and available. Do I think Graham Potter is the guy to necessarily turn the club around at the minute? No, because there are so many factors. So if you sack Ten Hag, whoever you bring in, does that counteract the issues that go on with the players and their attitude and their mentality? Does it counteract what's going on with the Glazers or this takeover that has gone on for over a year? Probably not. I don't think Ten Hag is the right man probably going forward, but I think that while there's so many other issues at United, I don't really see the point of sacking him to bring in Graham Potter because at the minute they're still in the same direction. Until I would probably wait till the end of the season and see what the moving parts are.
We've got to.
Well, you trust Ten Hag?
No, I don't. But
he's not going to get more money.
I don't think they're going to probably do much in Jan. To be fair, if they do, it'll be the same as last year. They get a few loan deals in, if anything. Maybe
try and get some loan deals out.
Yeah, try and get some loan deals out. But I don't think there is anyone at the moment that I can see on the market that can come in and. It's a bit of a poison chalice. It's like Chelsea, and it's the exact same situation as Spurs were in last year. You sound like me, and. Did I think that sacking Conte and bringing in anyone at that point? No, I just wanted Conte gone and just do whatever for the rest of the season. I think that you have to write this season off, which I think you have anyway.
But here's the thing about that, though. So you see about writing the season off. I spoke about this morning, actually, and what that looks like. But we're not at Chelsea yet. There was a point last year, and I'm not even doing a banter now. There's a point last year where you legitimately realised, okay, we're 10th.
The season's done.
Man United, until we're not there anymore, until like top four's unfeasible.
Yeah, you're still
and I know if you're a betting person, you can say Man United. You look at the current top 4 now with Villa, City, Liverpool, Arsenal. You're looking at it going, that Man United side ain't gonna. But we're 6 points off top 4. A lot can change. Whilst you're still there, and we're not mid-table fodder. We're not 12th. Like
but
it doesn't.
Big defeats, man.
Big defeat. 100%. I'm not excusing that.
Your season's not done.
I feel uncomfortable right now giving them a pass, especially when you got now 1 game a week. Players going to come back in the new year.
There's no excuses
now is no excuses.
There's no
Would you sack him?
No, I'll give him a 10-year deal, mate.
I'm asking the wrong person. Would you sack?
I think you need to wait for Radcliffe. I think Radcliffe makes the decision. If he sacks him, he sacks him.
And I'm not against
you,
that.
Like, if Radcliffe was to come in and say that's not my manager, you couldn't have any arguments
Well,
whatsoever.
like what Bowley did.
Yeah, but there's no
and he probably should have given Tuchel more time.
Yeah, I mean, but the difference is Tuchel actually was performing. Do you know what I mean? To a high level
And won stuff with
and won very important titles. But I think in regards to sacking him before Radcliffe comes in, you could just be making more mess.
See the point.
How can we literally try? Imagine, just in your situation, imagine like Arteta was getting this horribly wrong. I know it's gonna be really hard for you to imagine, but imagine you was us in this moment, and you still had the Kroenke at the top, the way it was all going bad, and there's no direction. Edu wasn't there, but then there's this thing that's gonna happen that you know is incoming. That Usmanov guy's gone, and the CEO who's in control of all the mess you've had is gonna go. And Arteta's hanging on by a thread, and you know that this change is coming literally in January, where you don't know what it's going to look like. You don't know what the roadmap is. You don't know what their vision is. You don't know nothing.
The Glazers are still there.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
No, but the sporting control and the decisions that will be made is going to change.
I hear what you're saying. You probably are better off waiting, but right now he's not getting the best out of
he is not.
the players that he's got. So, despite what we're saying, he's and the players that he's bought in,
he spent money.
Have been disastrous. Let me go through some of these super chats.
Just before, Robbie, I got to say, there's some people in the chat offended that I said Prophet Muhammad. Obviously, there's absolutely no intention to offend anyone there. So I apologise if I have, but I was comparing him because he's my goat, and that's what I meant by it. So all these AGT outs and that, obviously I apologise if I've offended anyone. But
they're on him again.
Come on, there's no man.
They're on him again. I'm disappointed, says Jakor. He says, and still no mention of Neil Maupay and his first goal for ages in 2 weeks. Daniel says, Matisse, how are you feeling after that cooking on Big Six? Are you still feeling alive, and do you still think you will reach that 40 points with ease? We'll get to that later on.
See, that's what I mean. Man United ain't
Medical
that.
Bunker says, era's end, 7 hard, Liverpool better show no mercy.
That's what I'm on.
Man United fan says, Villa got rid of Gerrard. You got to get rid of Eric Ten Hag. Todd Miller says, Jose saw this coming. God, I miss the Jose days. He did say that, Jose, didn't he?
He did see it coming, but let's not act like we want Jose to be back now.
Stoic says, Chris Wilder, low block, we will be there.
We will be there.
Says, not even arguing Eric Ten Hag needs to stay, but if he goes, more than 10 players need to go with him.
Yep.
A full factory reset needed, otherwise there's no point.
Get the pin.
Says,
the pin and hold it for 5 seconds.
United fans laughed at Arsenal when they said trust the process. Now they want to use the same example. Wow. Marco H says Besiktas sent their entire team to the reserves after bad performances.
I rate that.
The board and Ten Hag are both at fault.
Not going to call out the
Who won't play for the badge? Their players won't play for the badge. And Chi says Newcastle out of the Champions League. If we can perform the way we had with a depleted squad, with the players back from in January, we'll sure charge up the Premier League table. I think he's on about Newcastle. Yeah. They also went out. And West Ham Fan TV is probably Nicky there. He says, who's that geezer in my seat, Robbie? No Nicky Hawkins today, but big up Nicky Hawkins. Of course, AGT, that game on Sunday, Liverpool.
I can't wait, Robbie.
I mean, every Liverpool fan I've spoken to, they're just so confident.
Do you know why?
It is United, though. Could they come there and throw a spanner in the works?
It is United.
If we get a draw,
without Bruno.
If you don't mash up this Man United side,
surely you can't get anything without Bruno.
There's one word that I would use to describe this game: humiliation. That's what I'm.
That's what you should be.
So you're not even looking on this like you want to win the game. You're looking
there's logic behind it.
You want to smash.
Obviously we beat them 7-0 last year, 4-0 the year before, 5-0 away. I think it's 36-2 in the last 10 games at Anfield that we've played against them.
Don't include the ones at Old Trafford as well.
Yeah, that's
recently.
just Anfield.
I know we beat
that's
you last
without
year,
the 5-0, the 4-2 at Anfield. So there's Bournemouth scored 3, should have had 4. If Bournemouth, with all due respect, are scoring 3 away at Old Trafford, we should be scoring at least 5.
And I'm looking at it like if Fulham can go there and Iwobi and that, then man can get 3 goals there. Then if we turn up, we should be able to get that. I mean, you can get a Liverpool. Palace, on the ropes.
We've done.
Hoyland hasn't scored a Premier League goal
in the last couple of years. Every single time it's come back to bite him.
So but you know what? No. And listen, you know what I think is going to happen in this game. But what I have to draw on, in terms of fate, and the universe. Maybe even God, if that's what, if you're religious. Last year, when we did the preview for this game, you was worried about us coming there. I remember even asking...
I was at the
you know what
time, yeah.
And I even remember asking you at the time, I said, AGT, are you scared of Eric Ten Hag or what he's coming? And you said, yes, I am. And you wasn't confident, and I was... We all saw what I was on, yeah? Cussing every single player who ended up scoring.
Gakpo dodged a bullet, thanks for that. Salah, washed.
Yeah.
Nunes,
And I said...
They all scored. And they all got 2.
And I said, I smell blood. And I said, I was doing what you're doing, which is, I don't just want to win. I want to go there and mash them up. Because we was in a good moment. So I have to hope. Exactly. So I'm trying to think, that's all I've got, where I know what's about to happen. And maybe the footballing gods or something says otherwise. But I can't see anything.
Rashford and that back for that game?
Don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Got
I'd rather Rashford and Bruno play. I mean, Harry Maguire, is he out for this game?
So.
He's groin and Luke Shaw.
Luke
Robbie, if we don't come away at least 5-0, I'll be disappointed.
You're talking about Man United, man. You're talking like...
No, but he's right. In this version of Man United... Do you know what? But I'm glad he's putting that pressure... Like, yes, if you don't mash up this team, then you are a disgrace.
They were so bad the other night. They were pathetic.
No, look, but you know what? Even...
I've never been this confident.
We've had times where, like, Tottenham have been bad.
Yeah, and you can't get a result.
Tottenham will come and still...
No, but
in that game, it's still a war.
Yeah, you're playing for pride.
These man, I'm telling you now, yeah. This is the saddest thing about it. As a fan, you know what I should be able to do in these moments? I should be able to say, you know what? Our game's been way off. We can't hit a barn door. No one can score. But you know what? It's Anfield away, so I know they're going to run around and they're going to try it. But they're not going to. They're not going to. Up here, they've got
7,000 fans in the stadium for this. We're opening the Anfield Road to 70%. It's going to go up to 10,000.
57,000 fans.
But that's the most fans we've ever had in Anfield this century for a game. Plus, it's a Sunday 4:30. All the lads will be on the bevies.
Now, come on. If United have got... Sorry,
Robbie, it's 5-0.
United players got anything about them.
But they don't.
Even if they lose, they've got to go down. It's got to be a war out there.
Correct.
I remember invincible season we played Tottenham. We still like...
Robbie,
it's still a tough game.
You're playing for the badge. You're playing for pride.
Robbie, their captain
got himself booked.
Purposefully got himself booked to get out of this game.
You think he did it on purpose?
Yeah.
Look, you don't know if that's true. We don't know. It was the first time as a fan, and I always tried to back. It was the first time I went. You see you?
Yeah.
Like it was 3-0. It was like the 80th minute. We're at home to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
And
you got Rashford walking as well, and that was a must-win against Bayern Munich. And I'm sorry, it didn't look like it was a must-win with the way Man United played.
They were so poor. They were so honestly.
Bayern was so passive.
Yeah, Bayern were terrible.
They didn't need to do anything. Just get their confidence back from getting back 5-1 the game before.
Bayern weren't even good. Genuinely, they were not out of first gear. And I know that there's illness allegedly with Rashford and Martial, but I really don't buy into their illness. Unless you've literally got flu. If you've got a little bit of a cold.
No, he was in the team. Well, he had an illness before the Bournemouth game and was touch and going, and he was actually there. He played.
Right. So then, what is the illness?
I don't know.
Played.
I don't know.
The illness. So for me, I'm thinking to myself, let's say that was Spurs, right? And I was the player, and that's. We have to win that game to make sure we go through. Even if I had the flu, I would still try. Even if it was for half an hour, I'd come off the bench. I would still be there trying to get my team over the line. I don't see any of that with
You're
United.
right, Abby. And do you know what? This team, they've got absolutely no bottle. And all the Liverpool fans in the chat saying, don't jinx us. There's nothing to jinx. This is the most confident I've ever been in my life. Going into an Anfield game against...
Be careful.
No, don't let him be careful.
Be careful, AGT, man.
I'm putting all my stocks on the table. You can tell me to be careful. You can say don't jinx it. At
put
least
£100 into fair play.
Mario on the Clock TV the other day said, call me crazy, call me psycho. I think we win 8-0.
Yeah.
Nah, you can't.
Liverpool had such a tough start to the season with their fixtures, and they passed it with flying colours.
Yeah.
There's no reason to think why Liverpool are not going to absolutely
you know how mad it is? I'll be honest,
walk this game.
It's going to sound
Just
mad,
be real honest right now.
It could be 7-0 again.
That's Fulham, like you said. Fulham went there.
Yeah. Love that.
And that, mind you, that's a different type of game.
Bro, this is everything you're trying to give.
Liverpool are going to be charged. Anfield is going to be charged. It's Man United at home.
If I was Jurgen Klopp in the change room, the team talk, right, I'd get a picture of the 7-0 last season and say, beat that.
Well, you just
That's
go.
the 2 words I would say.
You just go, lads.
One word,
It's
humiliation.
This is
it's
Man
only
United
United.
we're talking about, man.
It's
not
only
talking about Man
United.
We're not
No,
talking
but
about Man United.
Man
Who are we
United
talking
aren't
about?
Manchester
We're
United
talking about
anymore,
a team
It's going to
that
end, Robert.
they got battered last year when they were actually playing well and they were pragmatic
Played
and
well
they
for
were
40 minutes
organised.
in that game.
They were organised. So
1-0.
they're coming into this
That was
game
right
in a
there.
much worse state
Can't
with
lose.
toxic dressing room. People
To
are
me,
falling out.
this is an
It could be double.
The other way to look. The other way to look at this, if you're
You're
Eric
shaming
Ten
me.
Hag and you're them United players, you're like, this is the game where we show, man.
Yeah.
But
Right,
they
with
got
you-
the
that's
bottom
what-
to do that.
Robbie, I'd love
They
to
had
see
the
that.
opportunity. Robbie,
I'd
they had the
love to
opportunity
see
to do
that.
They
that.
can't
They had
do
the opportunity
that.
to do that against Bayern Munich at home in front of their own crowd.
But you know
with
what?
much
The
more on
Bayern
line.
Munich, I get that, and it was. I
Damp
couldn't believe
squid,
how
mate.
bad that was. But it wasn't in their hands. This one is fully in your hands.
it
Go there
I don't think it is in
and
their
go
hands.
down.
Well, it is if they turn up
fight.
and
I mean,
perform.
put a
They're fighting.
performance in. Go to war. I mean, Camby says I don't think United have improved since the 7-0. They haven't got the personnel to turn the game around.
If anything,
if
they've
they
got
go
worse
behind,
since then.
especially at Anfield,
Yeah, 'cause Rashford's not in form.
United players are snakes, says I am the truth, and United supporters are cowards.
No, they're
I
not
don't-
cowards,
well,
'cause they
we'll-
still turn up and watch that stuff every. I was going to say something else. They watch that stuff every week. Big up Flex, man. He's
Did
there
the
at the
long
press
old drive.
conference doing the game.
This is
There
karma,
before,
says
during, and after.
Asian.
They're in the good and the bad.
Says
What
this
fan
is karma for
Can't just clock off and not go
Cristiano
anymore.
Ronaldo. United
good.
downfall. We will be there.
You know what I mean? Not like Abby.
right.
You can't just, when it's going bad, just say, I'm not going to go.
Abby,
Rain,
I was
I'm
just
not
talking
even-
about Abby.
I'm not-
Abby,
I'm not even giving you a response.
Is it though?
Tottenham going away. Tottenham going away to.
Are you going to
On Friday?
the next Tottenham game? 'Cause
On
it's
Friday
good.
night?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to.
It's at Forest.
I'm not
I
going
was
to
going to
Forest.
talk about that one.
Next
No,
Away,
I've got other things to attend on Friday.
away
night.
at Forest.
I would hope we're going to win it. I mean, I would think it would be quite a comfortable 2-0.
Ooh, quite
mean-
comfortable, you know.
Yeah, I think
Brennan Johnson
Yeah,
against
I
his
know.
old club.
But I
will-
just feel like with Forest at the minute, there's been a lot of talk about Steve Cooper's future, and you know they're not in the best vein of form. And I still think Spurs, they're even with all the injuries, there is still a lot of quality there. And the way that we played last week, very impressed. I know that Newcastle are a little bit depleted, but I actually felt on paper their squad was a little bit better than ours when I looked at the bench. So for me, I think that this is a game that we should be winning. And Friday night game. Get
They
it
will.
done
They
early
will
doors.
deploy Forest a really low
Yeah,
block.
they will, and it's about
which
Spurs
is
working through
Spurs
it.
have struggled against that a little bit. So.
Yeah, but it's about just taking your chances with Spurs. It's one of those things where we know that we're going to play a high line. We're going to, leave it open at the
Fair
back.
play. Fair play.
But and we're well aware that some weeks it will work and some weeks it won't. You'll get exposed for it, and then you'll end up conceding. But the one thing I would say is that we haven't lost by any large margin at all playing that system. We've lost by the odd goal here or there. Don't talk about the Chelsea game
lost
because that's
4-1
completely
at home.
different.
Yeah, that's
We're talking about Chelsea against 9 men.
a big margin.
Yes.
I ain't even saying.
3 goals, mate.
We
At
had 9
home.
men. We
Is
had
that
9
what
men.
you resorted to now?
We
say
had
that.
9 men and lost 2.
Because I haven't seen
nine
this.
men.
I ain't saying nothing.
We had 9 men.
Oh, I'll wait till I get
I don't even. We know I don't,
I don't
pass
think
that
that's
game.
a valid argument.
It is a
gonna say
valid
anything.
argument.
I don't think so.
Well,
Okay.
sorry, were you
I wasn't
gonna say
gonna say
something?
Let's
No,
get.
no, Chase.
Let's get. You know what? I forgot to do the prediction for the Liverpool Man United, but let's do a prediction first of all for this one. Nottingham Forest, Tottenham.
2-0.
2-1 Tottenham.
1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, listen, they've still got something at home. They can still do bits.
Yeah, I'm saying Spurs go and take advantage of it.
Yeah, you might well do, but I think
Okay.
2-0 is a bit, I don't know, 1-1.
I didn't say 8.
2-0.
2-0. Say
Really,
8-0.
really good against Newcastle. We've got a few players
Oh.
back as well.
I think it'd be a low block, but
Part of me wants you to
think they'll
really
break it
lose,
down.
like that
Down
smile on
2-0.
your face, but I can't actually afford for you to
Fortunately.
lose.
Liverpool United.
Win, man.
2-1 to Tottenham, unfortunately. But Liverpool versus Manchester United. And before I go to you guys, Abby. Liverpool Man United prediction.
Oh, I'm going to go 4-0 Liverpool.
8-0 Liverpool.
No, be serious now. 8.
No, he believes that, yeah,
8-0.
it's fine.
It's happened before.
8-0.
It's Premier League. Can happen.
No.
They can run. And do you know what? If I get that right, I want to be like with
Bro, if you
the,
get that
the
right, me and
crown
you are going out
and the
drinking.
cape and the whole shebang.
All day.
I'm
You
gonna
don't
go.
get to celebrate nothing.
I'm gonna go.
No.
No, because look at the way he just looked at me. He's like, what?
We need to
I'm
focus
gonna
on your
go.
own
It's controversial, man. I'm gonna go 2-1. They got to do something, man. It can't
But
be.
Robbie, he's telling you that
Two.
they
Two.
ain't got-
I'm gonna
You ain't
go.
gotta listen to me, though.
I'm
That's
gonna
his
go. I'm gonna
opinion.
go 2-1 Liverpool. You win, but
I'm going.
They got to. If you can't.
Onana,
Bournemouth
Salah.
You can.
thing, and then nah.
Have you seen
2-1.
that meme Sam Thompson.
8-0.
I can't.
What's that from Made in Chelsea?
Yeah.
That's on KG Soundboard.
You can. I can't.
Exactly, you
2-1.
can. That's what I'm
All right.
saying.
I'm going 2-1. Flicks.
No one said you're mad.
2-1 Liverpool, by the way.
I think.
Thanks for clarifying.
I feel the worst. I feel the absolute worst. I feel sick to my stomach with this. I think 5.
5.
I'll go 6-0.
5-0. Yeah.
I'll go. It's a joke that I'm sitting there smiling, predicting that score in my life.
How can you predict 6-0 in a derby game in a
Because it's happened
game
before.
of
They won
deadly-
7-0 last
Yeah.
year.
I'd love to say. I'll be honest.
Remember when Man City
deep
went to
down-
Old Trafford and won 6-1?
Yeah, of course.
It's happened.
Deep down, yeah. If
We
I'm
beat you
being
6-0,
honest, yeah,
Wenger's 1,000.
I don't think it's going to be like 5-6-0. I think we lose comfortably,
Like 3-1.
3 or 4.
like 3-0. Yeah.
Yavendra says-
But I've just. I
Can't see them scoring.
I can't see Liverpool taking their foot off.
No,
the
they're
line.
going to just keep coming.
They're
and
gonna
come,
just-
yeah.
yeah.
Yavendra says-
mad.
Even as a Liverpool fan,
I'll
I
be
know 7-0 was an anomaly and won't be repeated again. AGT, please don't have set
Beat Bournemouth
unrealistic
9-0.
ref-
can happen
expectations.
Your fans are getting on
A
to you,
win
bro.
will do.
Look, so you got some
And-
humble Liverpool fans there. So listen, we're top of the league. Let's just keep winning. You're like.
And Man United fan says
because I'm sitting next to him, that's
Nagelsmann, Conte, Potter are all better than Eric Ten
No, you
Hag.
do not want Antonio Conte. Let us tell you. Well,
No,
actually,
you won me the
something.
league.
You
Yeah,
won
yeah.
something.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself,
Always
mate.
changes at Tottenham, innit?
I got a league and an FA Cup out of
Do you
that.
want-
Same
okay,
with
let me-
Jose.
no, no, no.
One
I wouldn't have him back now.
Oh,
It's done.
Why would you not have
Even
him
one
back?
at Roma.
Because it went toxic.
Okay.
No, it's over.
Because it went toxic.
It's over now.
Because it went
Matisse.
toxic.
What
Actually, get him at your club. Go on.
What is it
Get
with Spurs? Like, even when they
Get
get
him at your club.
Yavendra also
They
says
Toxic
tried to
guy.
copy us twice.
Toxic guy.
Toves exposed Matisse on the Big Six show. Matisse,
Oh, them
you're
tweets were
still
funny. That was funny.
Sure, you'll get 40 points with ease.
Toves did
Chelsea
do that.
versus Sheffield United.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Surely,
wish this was away.
if you don't win this game, I mean, you're there.
Wish it was away.
You're talking about Man United. If you don't win this game, come on, the manager, your manager comes under a lot of pressure.
He's already under a lot of pressure.
Surely a win here.
Surely a win. That's exactly how I'm seeing it. That's exactly how I'm going into it. I'm not sweating. I'm not.
Stop.
I'm not gonna.
I can already see what's
I'm
happening
not
on
going
Monday.
to stress myself out over this game because this is like a home game
should.
at home to Sheffield United. It might be ugly, but
You're
you
not good at home.
have to
You're
win.
not good
at home.
I know,
New manager.
You're
but
not
you
good
have
at
to
home.
win.
You're not good at work.
You have
New
to
manager bounce.
You're just
You
not good.
got
I
a
don't
win
care.
last week, Chris Wilder.
I don't
Get a
mind.
draw, man. Stink it out.
Chris
0-0.
Wilder.
Listen, I don't
Chris
care.
Wilder come there
Back
before
five.
innit and won.
PT,
Done
man.
Brentford, good
Listen.
team, mate. They done them the
Yeah.
other day, mate.
They're backfighting again.
Do you know what I mean? First game.
You struggle
They're
so
gonna run
much
around
with a
for
low
him.
block.
We'll see.
Oh.
We'll
This
see.
is pre-COVID Sheffield United, bro.
We'll
That
see
was a
who's
problem.
wild. We'll see who's wild if we don't win this game. Do you know what I mean? Let's talk about wild.
Matisse
Better
will be
win.
wilder.
Sounds like a threat.
It's a
Well, they
promise.
can't believe. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They better win this game. It's not. It's
All
not
right, can I
optional.
ask you this?
I don't care how they do it.
If
They have to get
Sheffield
it done.
United managed to beat you, at
I'm not
that
thinking
thing-
about it.
I know you're not thinking about it, but just hear me
Not
out. You
contemplating.
might
Might
have
have
him.
to.
I'll deal with it in the
Would you
moment.
sack him? If you lose to Sheffield United at home, is that a sackable offence?
It is a sackable offence,
Oh.
yeah. It is. Of course it is. Sheffield United at home. It is a sackable offence.
And I have, because I haven't been here. When you lost against Everton,
No, he
and
held
he
it.
said he needs,
Held
yeah,
it.
no, but he
held
said but I mean, like, he said he needs more money in January.
Oh yeah.
What was your thing?
You
on
know,
that?
you know that.
What would you like?
I was embarrassed. Like, what do you mean you need more money, brother? We spent a billy.
Are you not embarrassed?
We spent a billy. Like he said, okay, we need a striker. I can understand that we didn't go with a top elite level striker. Fair enough. The goalkeeping situation, I've always been like susceptible. I've always thought Sanchez, is that a sweetener for the Caicedo deal? No. World record fee or British record fee, so it clearly didn't work to soften the blow there. I'm not thinking he's the level, the standard. But centre midfield, you have Lavia. You have when he's back and he's not dead. So don't assume that you just need to keep signing players. He will return. You've got Enzo, you've got Caicedo, you've got Leslie Okuchukwu, who's obviously out, but again talent.
Fofana
and
to
and
come
at centre
back, Chilwell to come
centre
back.
back, you've got Fofana to come back. Again, he's not dead. You've got Badiashile, you've got Disasi, you've got Levi Colwell, who was really good at Brighton last season.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, centre mid and centre back, I'm not hearing it.
You need
Like,
another-
get your shit
you need a
together,
bigger
coach
training
that
ground.
team. It might not be perfect, but nothing is.
Well, extend
you can't,
Coventry
can't say, oh, we don't
Get
have
them
the.
porta cabins out.
Remember them at
Extra
school?
people.
They were
Yeah.
horrible.
Gotta get
I
changed.
know it's getting
A little
replaced,
electric
but just
heat room.
no, it never got replaced.
Yeah,
You
so-
idiots.
All right, Arsenal take on Brighton.
Wait, you didn't do school predictions.
Oh yeah.
Don't sleep on that.
I'm sorry.
Is it really necessary?
Yeah, it's necessary.
Blades
Go on,
come
give us
over the
yours
bridge.
Ooh, I'll
What were
go
ticks?
with a 2-1 Sheffield win.
There should be repercussions for these things. If you don't get your score predictions right, you should have to do 4.
Where you going?
2-0 Chelsea.
So you might have to do a
Hold that.
forfeit on Monday then. Do you know what? I'm going 1-1, Rob.
I'm going one.
Just
I'm
see
going.
Wilder just-
Do you know what? Our home
I'm
record is
saying-
abysmal. You
I'm
shouldn't be
actually-
backing us.
I'm
saying
actually.
draw.
I'm going 1-1 as
I'm
well.
saying draw, stinky
I'm going
out,
1-1
low
as well,
block,
man.
can't
Wilder.
score. I'm going
Can't
0-0.
score.
0-0, yeah.
0-0.
All
And
low
then a little
block.
over
Wilder
underlapping
special.
centre back comes through.
Don't you dare. I remember that at Bramall Lane when we got slapped up over there a couple of years ago.
We got slapped off.
Little underlapping
They were a
centre-backs.
problem. That
They were.
pre
They finished
COVID.
really. Where did they finish? In that
Sixth or
league?
something?
Eighth,
No,
ninth?
we're
Yeah.
sixth.
Oh,
No, not
they went
sixth,
Europe.
but they were-
Yeah, and everyone was
top
like, you know what?
They played with a lot of spirit last week, man. 1-1.
I thought their new
1-1.
manager bounce would come against us, but they waited a week. It happened then. And then this is almost like a free hit.
And even
for Wilder.
against
He's
you,
not
they did all right.
expected
They
to
played
win.
all right. All right. Arsenal versus Brighton. Brighton got a very good record against Arsenal at
3 in
the
a row,
Emirates.
isn't it?
Last 3 games in all competitions, they've beaten us, including a 3-0 victory over us last year.
Great game.
However, I'm hoping that things are kind of playing into our hands
bet
with this
you are.
one. We played on Tuesday night in the Champions League.
Rested everyone.
Rested literally the whole team. They've got a very tough game tonight against Marseille because, you know, they have to win that game. If
Well, no,
they're
to
playing
be
at
top-
home.
To be top, they're already through.
Yeah, they're already through,
top.
but the dynamics of the Europa League now is that if you finish second, you go into a
Champions
playoff
League.
game, which is 2 extra games, and then
I remember from last year.
Yeah.
That's how we played Barcelona.
And you lost.
Exactly.
No,
And
we won.
No, you won
actually.
that.
Round of
They won,
32.
and they could very
Then we won
easily.
again against Betis.
They
Then we lost.
you know, they'll get a team that drops out of the Champions League. They
Yeah.
don't want that,
What's
so they're
the-
going to have to go strong. We know they've had a lot of injuries. Arsenal extra rest because they played on Tuesday, so hopefully that should all be playing
What's
into
the
our
weather
favour.
forecast for this game?
Swirling
Weather
winds,
forecast.
I heard.
Windy.
Are you not trying to like?
Swirling.
You know what?
Is
made
it
me laugh,
windy?
right?
Is it raining?
The
Is
wind's
it
blowing.
snowing?
What?
The tide
We
do
need to
another-
know these
what
things,
happened?
bro.
What they tried to
Robbie
do.
blamed the weather.
No. You see,
What did you
they
do?
No, what they tried to
Robbie
do.
Tile.
The
What
wind
these
was
disgraceful,
swirling.
Has anyone
what these
said that
disgraceful
before?
guys here tried to do in production was use. I said
Disgraceful
right
guys.
the weather in that game
No, they
against
played
Villa.
that bit that you're talking about.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
said it's the same
yeah.
for both
But
teams.
as I said, it was the same for both teams.
They
So I don't
played
know
that
why
bit in
they
the
tried
Oh,
to.
right. They just took
you
the
know,
bit before you
No, they played
But
that bit.
I think I think the weather's going to be all right, man. And I
It's just an overcast.
I think we'll get a win in this game. I know we've had a terrible record against them. I know Brighton. I feel sometimes when they've come to our place, maybe we've disrespected them. We've just thought, just treat it as a
That'd be
normal
hype, then
team.
we
We're
get
gonna.
humbled.
But I think we'll get a win in this.
Can we get the seagull hat
gonna-
on standby for Monday, please? Right, just in case.
I'm going to go for a 3-1 Arsenal win.
Take the air
I'm
out.
going to 3-1 Arsenal win. Abby.
That's a
3-1
big one,
Arsenal win.
Robbie. I don't know.
We're actually they were the last team to beat us at home.
Yeah,
We're
it was a great
unbeaten in 12 games at home. We've got a good record there. Team's playing all right, even though we lost that game last week. I still thought the
played well.
They
performance
went
was
to the
good.
Etihad and won, didn't they, last year as well?
They did last
They're
year.
very good.
They've been a bit indifferent this year, though. They
Yeah,
have
they've
been.
had
I mean, they went away to
Europe's done
Villa and
against
got
them.
beat
I
6-1.
felt
Yeah,
like
and they've had a lot of injuries.
Yeah, they have. I don't know. I feel like there could be a draw in this somewhere. Maybe like a 2-2.
She really
You
hates
love
Arsenal.
you.
She
you
hates
never,
Arsenal. I don't
ever
think she's
predict
ever
Arsenal
predicted
to
that
win.
Arsenal.
Why would
Even
I?
like you just never do
No, but
it.
you got
Why
to take
would
your
I?
hat off sometimes. and,
Why would I? I'm not going to take my hat off against. If this was Sheffield, I'd say yeah, they're going to beat them 5-0.
If they win the
I
league,
don't think you would. I think you'd be like Wilder.
if they won the league,
If she was on Talk
Would you
Sport,
admit
she'd
it?
be like,
If they won the league,
Yeah, would
I
you
wouldn't be
say
here.
like-
I'll be long gone. I'll be out this door very quickly if they win the
find
league. I will go with a 2-2 draw.
Matisse?
The Zerbi ball.
I'm gonna go with a Arsenal 3-2 win.
Oh, you stole it from me. I was going to go.
You got
You
3-2 as well?
silly sausage.
Miss.
2-0.
Just like your whole season.
2-0.
Can't hit
I
the
think actually
target.
dust them
You know
down
what I
quite
mean?
easy.
What did you go with?
Dust them down
my head.
2-0. Easy. I think they will.
Okay. Still going back onto Saturday. The team that turned up and put in a performance against you, Bournemouth against Luton. That's
I
a
hope Luton smashed them 8-0. Jesus.
Wow.
Bournemouth are playing well down now.
No, they are. They are. They are. They
They're
are.
playing what?
Very well.
Solanke.
Yeah. And
on
Anton
fire.
Semenyo as well. He's
mate.
solid as well.
You take him back
Yeah,
to Liverpool.
that's Semenyo. Yeah.
that-
Very
oh my
good
God.
player.
Clive getting
Yeah,
involved now.
Jude.
Yeah.
Doing all right.
Oh,
Yeah, I think against Luton, I think Bournemouth win that.
Yeah.
Fresh off,
At
smashing
home.
Man United, really full of confidence, and even just away from Man United, they've been picking up results. And we said the Bournemouth manager, we said he was under pressure a bit, like he
You've
has to
said
start
it
winning.
a lot.
Not deserve. No.
You were saying a lot of things about De Zerbi.
No, I'm talking about Bournemouth.
Oh, sorry.
Would you like?
No, man. Get with it.
But he
Would
was
you
because
take
Gary O'Neill did a good job.
You wouldn't take Iriola?
Nah.
He started the season very
He started
slowly,
off badly, but you have to give it to him.
they're
They've
performing
turned it
now.
around.
Yeah. Maybe it's taken a bit of time for his philosophy to.
Yeah,
really
I'd
set
say
in.
Bournemouth 2, Luton 0.
AGT?
I'll go 2-1 Bournemouth. I do think Luton have actually maybe surprised people recently in these really slim defeats to Arsenal, to Man City. So I'm
That's
gonna give
at
them a
home,
go.
though. This is away.
But they've beaten Everton away this
Yeah,
season.
true.
I'm
So
going
you
to
going
match you. I'm going to match you.
2-1 Bournemouth, I reckon.
I'll go 2-0 Bournemouth.
I'll go 3-1 Bournemouth. I think, there's free scoring at the moment. So,
At what point do we say Bournemouth are not in trouble?
Not yet.
Not yet.
not yet, but they're headed. They're
Let's
headed
never
to the
look
right.
at
Like
kicking on
end
now
of
and
Jan.
long
Let's
way
look
to
at. Let's look.
Are they above you
I
lot?
was trying to put some respect.
I don't
on
know.
it.
I don't look at the table anymore.
Let me check the table.
None of my business.
Bournemouth are on the same amount of points as Chelsea.
That's what I mean.
Right, and you
No, they're not safe. They're not safe.
And I said they're not out of the woods yet,
question.
are they? Because neither
We're
are
asking
we.
the question, when we
Neither are
say
we.
that
No,
first.
because neither are
You see
we.
what I mean about
19
I know,
points.
you're saying they're not though.
This is, you know when I say right
They're
off the
not
season.
Did I say I'm safe?
No, I say
No.
right off the
Need my
season.
40
Factor.
points.
That's what I mean. Like, you have to be
Their
like that to
season's
say,
done.
like,
I'm not gonna lie.
Finished.
From the way you've played, you do deserve to be where we are.
Guys, hold on.
Doo-doo.
Hold on, one
You are in
second.
the
Order.
I
These
told
are
you,
the.
levels to the mud.
You do.
Wait, Brentford are on the same amount of points as Chelsea. Wolves are on the same amount of points
Robbie.
as Chelsea.
You're the worst.
Robbie.
You're the
Crystal
worst.
Palace are 3 points behind Chelsea.
Yes, Robbie.
You're the worst.
Right?
Right?
Shit, we get it.
Not in-
right? We're down
Yeah.
there.
And Robbie, the killer is,
Everton, who had 10 points deducted,
Yes,
are
Robbie.
6 points behind.
Yes.
No, but
Yes.
they should be 4 ahead.
above.
They would have been 4 ahead.
They'll be
if they didn't have
ninth,
them
Everton.
points. If they
Ninth or
didn't
10th.
cheat and they weren't
Yes.
disgracing.
What do you guys think 12th means? Do you think it means that we're clear of these teams? Of course we're in a
Stop
mud.
saying that we're not. You're not.
I'm about to set up a mid-6. That's what I've been talking about recently.
Mid-six.
London
could
clubs
be
carnage,
12.
you know what I mean? Brentford, Palace, Fulham, Chelsea.
You're the worst team in all that.
Do you know what?
That's why I'm trying to get them on side
Not
before
even
they
the-
piss off.
You're the
You know what I
worst.
mean?
You're the worst in West London.
Manchester City versus Crystal Palace, Matisse.
Palace.
At the Etihad.
Palace got 8 injuries to their first team line.
Palace are
So
holding
many
court.
injuries this
Yeah,
season. It's
I'm going to go
mental.
4-0 City.
I will go 3-1 City.
It's a very mad midweek game though, 3-2 against
Yeah,
West
they've
Star.
had all the kids
Yeah,
out.
but they
Yeah.
had the kids playing.
Hamilton.
3-2.
Yeah.
3-2. Sorry, 3-0 C.
3-0 City.
Yeah.
Do you know what? In the past, we've seen Palace turn up at the Etihad.
We have. But that was with
Townsend
Conor Gallagher.
goal, Conor Gallagher, they've won there in the past. They seem to give them issues, but with this team that they've got or haven't got, then yeah, City will roll them over. And I do think with a full strength Palace team, I think they could have nicked a draw. But I'll go City 3-1.
Nick
like
a
Abby.
draw at the Etihad. No.
But they've won there in the
About
past.
four,
Much better
4-0.
lineup though.
4-0. 4-0. By the way, let's get we've got nearly 7,000 of you watching live. Let's get these likes up to 1,000. Let me do a couple more super chats before I get into the next level of predictions. I can't disagree more with AGT. Man United will turn up, he says. Man United fan says Man United are going to get blitzed 5-0. Flynn says, Liverpool fan here, Liverpool are playing Europa League tonight and have injuries. This game
We're
will be
gonna play the
closer
kids,
than you
kids,
think.
kids,
Yeah, because
kids,
you're already
kids.
top that group, innit? Kurt Chaos says, if Arsenal want a backup right winger, they should look for Lozano at PSV. He did well at Napoli. And Team Tank says, is Roy likely to be sacked before Eric Ten Hag and Poch? And there's been a lot of rumblings about Roy Hodgson where the fans are not happy at all. Team Tank also says, Abby's such a fragile woman. When's the next sickie?
I've had one sick day in like 3 years.
I think it was the timing of that sickie.
I couldn't help when I got ill, unfortunately. I still hold it. How much you paid to send that in? Thank you.
And Fayez says, hi Robbie, can you tell that Malcolm X looking youth that Chelsea stink? I love that one. Malcolm, he says, can you tell that Malcolm X looking youth? This is an interesting game. Newcastle versus Fulham.
Ooh, Fulham.
Newcastle
2-5.
I don't know what you guys think.
Newcastle dust them down.
You know, Newcastle.
Not being
Couple of defeats in a row. They were very poor last week.
They were all right last night, though, man.
I thought they put up a lot of.
Right. Just one of them games.
You know what it was with them last night? I felt a bit sorry for them. It's just it's that naivety of not being
exactly.
in it. Because why were they going for the second?
They were so open.
At 1-0, if they had won that game 1-0, the other game's a draw.
it was a draw, innit?
They would have gone through, yeah.
Matty Renton, if you
And
just
it's funny
held it
because-
down, we could have seen you in Dublin for the
We haven't
Europa
heard
League,
from
man.
Matty Renton either.
We haven't.
Where's
Yeah, where's Matty?
Where's
One
the
win in
intros?
6 in the Champions League. They
We,
don't deserve to
we
go
only see
through.
Matty Renton when he
One win.
wins. We only see KG on Best of Enemies when
Oh,
he
yes.
wins. We don't see these guys when they lose. We need
Matty
to see them
Renton, where
more
are
often.
you, son?
Yeah,
Are we the lads?
But when it comes to Newcastle, I was
sausage.
kind of shocked because they went ahead and they've parked it at San Siro this season and they've parked it in Paris.
But at home, it's not their thing though. At
know,
home,
but
they go for
they're
it.
They did get
They
robbed
were-
in Paris, though.
They did get robbed.
But like, it's not like they haven't parked it before. So
But they
being
were
1-0
so-
up,
they were so
That was the
and
weird
knowing,
thing. That was the
like,
weird
it's
thing
just-
about it, and they're good at parking it,
Yeah.
right? And I just
you've
didn't
got-
understand.
Milan have got pace on the break. Chikwueze
Yeah.
came on,
Well, that was
scored.
it.
Yeah,
They
Leao.
did. But
if
yeah,
you
the
saw
goals
the
came
if you
from
saw
the
the
break.
equalising goal, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was how
Play,
high up
but
the pitch they were.
yeah, you know.
And at 1-0, it's not like they're hanging on and needed to go
Yeah.
get a goal.
No.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, this game is a very important game. They're playing at home. Now they've got to start, because remember, they're out of Europe completely.
Yeah.
They've got to start looking now about how do we try to get back into the Champions League next year. They're in 7th place at the moment. They've had a couple of defeats, 26 points. That's 4 points behind. That's 7 points off the top 4 now, right? And that top 4 is looking strong at the moment.
below Man United?
You've got Liverpool, you've got Arsenal, you've got Villa, you've got City, you've got Tottenham. We're probably not going to get
Can
that
I-
5th spot
Can I say
Champions League
that's what-
because of
Next
the
place.
horrible
If-
performances
Below.
by...
If Manchester United finish 5th and Newcastle finish 5th and we don't get that 5th spot because of their performances,
probably not gonna get that
sweet
5th spot
justice.
because they
Do your own job,
Sweet
bro.
justice.
Get-
already
are
gone.
you're so pathetic.
already
Go.
gone.
Sweet
Get in the
justice.
top 4 yourself, bro.
Germany-
And why are you even
Sweet
talking?
justice.
Why are you saying we, bro? You're
You
in
lot
mid-table.
are
What are you
representing
talking about
our
we?
nation overseas.
You're not
in
involved
Europe,
in this, bro.
And you disgrace
Bro,
yourselves.
your MLS Cup
every
Todd
single
Bowley
time.
settings, bro.
Bottom of the group.
MLS
both of
settings,
yous,
bro.
When you should be
you
going
might as well
through
ring
to
up
the
Beckham and
knockouts.
Chicago Fire
And
and them, man, and bring
you're
Todd Bowley there,
disgrace.
bro. That's
You're
your
disgrace.
settings. That's what you are, bro.
Disgrace.
Landon Donovan
Even
settings,
when we
bro.
were in our worst season
Bro, go-
last year,
bro,
we
sorry.
got to the quarterfinals.
What gives you
my
any
God.
hope to think that you're going to finish
Fifth.
5th?
Like, why are
I'm
you
not talking about
involved in
us.
it?
I'm talking about as a
You said
nation.
we.
As a
Like, you're not
nation.
involved in this,
We
bro.
finish
Go
fifth.
and get Clint Dempsey out of
you
retirement,
finish
bro.
fifth-
Bring him into your team, bro.
Well, wait a minute.
MLS settings, bro. Todd Bowley settings.
You didn't care when you won the Champions League and knocked us out of 4th spot.
Yes, we hate
You didn't
that.
care about that. You didn't care about that.
All right.
Tim
listen.
Howard and them, man.
Back to the game,
Sorry.
right? So this game
Tim, bro.
this game for
Terrible.
Newcastle takes on a lot of importance because they really, we know they've got a good record at home. They need to win it, but Fulham are on fire at the moment. Back-to-back 5-0s they've won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mad.
And they went to Anfield, like you said, and put in a very good
But I
performance.
do think, for what you're saying, I do think actually now they are out of Europe. The hype of that's gone.
A
I think
very
they can-
tired-looking
Yeah,
Newcastle
they are
over
tired.
the last
But
couple
at
of games.
home, I know they were a bit naive, but there were still large parts of that where they were at it again. The atmosphere's up, and I think the fans will be right behind them again because it's almost like a bit of a reset. Okay, let's get back to the very thing that got us knocking on the door for got us into the
What's
top
your prediction
4.
then?
I think they beat Fulham. I think they'll be good. I think 2-0.
I'm going 2-2, Robbie. I
2-2?
just don't
Because the
think-
Fulham bubble will burst as well. Let's not gas for
think
like. I think we're
scored
getting a little bit.
13 goals in 3
It was
games.
against Forest and who? Forest and who they do it
They
against?
put
West Ham, bro.
Forest and
three-
West Ham.
put three past
West Ham had just
Liverpool.
beaten Tottenham. They put
So what?
5
Now
past
Fulham are
them.
going to be wicked man and score.
but they
goals.
put 3
I'm
past
saying they'll get a
Liverpool.
draw. That's fair enough,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Where you
Newcastle
going?
be too.
got
Newcastle be
2-2.
too intense for them.
Where you going?
Draw as well. Same. I think either 1 or 2-2.
2-1 Newcastle.
I'm going for a shot in this game. I'm going for Fulham winning this 2-1. I think this is the right time to catch them. I think that
it's the
the
wrong time.
last couple times I've
agree.
watched Newcastle play.
This is a reset. This is a bit of a pause for
very
them.
tired, man.
Eddie Howe, what I respect about Eddie Howe, I think Eddie Howe will get them calm and say, right, here's a bit of a reset. This is where we're at. Let's get back to what makes us Newcastle
I think
United.
this is a big pressure game for them coming up against a form team, a team that's not going to be scared of going to Newcastle. They went to Anfield and done brilliantly. That's even more a fortress than it is a...
Watch on Monday when I say, look, see, they got dusted down.
All right? I'll
Mason
go
Gray
for
and
the
them,
shock.
We'll be there.
Shock win of the weekend. Fulham to win that game. Okay, Burnley versus Everton. Sean Dyche derby.
Oh, yeah.
it is.
At Burnley, yeah?
Yeah, man.
At Burnley.
Everton have been all right lately,
Fancy
though.
Everton, man.
Dwight McNeil derby.
Yeah, I'm gonna
As
go.
well?
I'm gonna go 2-1 Everton.
The
Matisse?
Tarkovsky derby as well.
Mm-hmm.
These men are just...
Big Burnley.
What's going on here? Do we need to invest in
Mike- Michael
There's an
Keane used to play
entanglement
for
going
them.
on between Everton and Burnley.
He did.
It's tough
another
because
But he don't play for
Everton, I think Everton were better against United than they were against us. Like, we were just even worse.
That was a horrible game.
No, they
Yeah, it
weren't.
wasn't great.
They lost 3-0, mate.
Everton wasn't
I
great
knew
against
that would
us.
be a
Yeah,
They
but,
lost 3-0.
but I think Everton
Glad
actually
it
played
wasn't
better
on
against
TV.
you lot. But they'll probably win this game. Burnley. I'll go 2-2.
So you're giving Burnley a bit of hope.
Yeah, I
there.
need to because Burnley needs something. Surely they're
We
not
go.
stand up.
That's because Everton are
Everton are on form.
on your coat there.
No,
2-1.
Yeah,
I
look
don't
behind
even
you.
know.
2-1
where they are.
Everton?
2-1 Everton.
Behind you.
Yeah, I
Fancy
think.
Everton in a good
Yeah.
spot for me.
3 wins in a row.
I'll go 1-0. 1-0 Everton. West Ham versus Wolves.
Tight game, that.
That's a
They need to
tough
bounce
one.
back in it. Just got battered
Yeah.
5-0.
Yeah.
Hwang just signed a new contract, so he's going to be on it. I think he's got 9 already this season.
I'm going to back West Ham to bounce back. They need it soon because then soon the fans will start getting onto Moyes a bit. They're already rumbling. You know what Nicky's like.
You see Nicky on Twitter this
Oh,
morning?
what's he been saying? Get him out.
Yeah, it should
I
be.
don't know, like there's some West Ham inter-club beef going
Are they
on.
playing tonight as well, West Ham?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Europa League.
Yeah.
They don't do so well.
I think
on
they're
a
in.
Yeah, but they're
on the
already
weekend
qualified,
after.
aren't they?
Yeah, they
So,
are, but they're
top of
in
the
some
group?
mad country tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, top of the group, though, isn't
Probably
it?
Where
mix,
they
up,
are.
mix it up. Draw. Actually,
draw as
I said I think they'll turn it around, but yeah, draw.
Nah, West Ham will win this.
Why are you so confident though?
Wolves have been good.
West Ham at home, they're strong. Wolves,
Drew at home, 1-0 to
Wolves,
whoever it was
Wolves
last
on the
week.
road. Nah, West Ham 2-1.
Wolves
You go?
Wolves 2-1.
You go Wolves 2-1? Matisse?
Another draw 2-2. So I think there's
Alright.
goals in this game.
Okay, Brentford, Aston Villa.
Villa haven't been great on the road.
No, they haven't. But
Brentford
have
are
been
good
in-
at home.
Yeah.
That could be a draw.
Nah,
you
but
know.
they're on cloud 9. But Brentford,
Villa,
they're,
yeah.
I think even maybe now their away form might
They've
start to
got a
pick
game
up.
tonight as
but
well.
they must have qualified from the Conference League group as well. at this
Yeah.
Yeah,
point.
they're already qualified. Won that group.
Villa win. They're in a spot. They're in the groove right now, man.
Tough game though.
It is a tough game.
Physical as well.
Right, where
Because
you going?
Brentford love to throw it in. I'm gonna go 2-1 Villa, but I think that's gonna be a tough
Draw.
game.
2-2.
Brentford just got done by Sheffield United,
2-2 as well. 2-2.
I think Villa will get it done.
2-1. I'm going to go 1-0 Brentford, man. It's a very tough place to go to. The only thing is that in Buemo, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's out, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
so
You know what? With Villa, they've been doing so well.
But they're not as good on the road, Villa.
They're not as good
So-
on the road, but they've
Yeah.
been doing so well that as a Liverpool fan, top of the table, you kind of look at them.
Is that how you
saying,
announce? Is that how you announce your team now?
That's how he-
Yeah.
Liverpool top of the table. Is it Liverpool Football Club or is it Liverpool top of the table?
Liverpool top of the table.
You got that's worse than Cecil. That.
That's so shameless. Have you got a shirt?
Print a t-shirt.
Okay, let me do some super chats here. Jiminy. Jiminy. Jiminy says, Newcastle. What, you going on? You got to see the Eiffel Tower?
Well, how did
Well,
you go
we'll-
in Paris?
Oh, damn.
Shots fired.
I'll hold that, but you can join me on Monday for the draw.
We're all here.
You're in it, right?
The one
You're in it?
after.
Are you in
The
it?
one
You in
after,
it? You in it? Anyone in the draw?
No, but we all.
Have you ever won it? Have you ever won it?
We've got a better chance of winning it this year than any of you.
But you know what?
All right,
Robbie?
let me
I'd
do these super
rather-
chats.
I'd rather have won it a couple of
Yo,
times
bro.
than being with a chance of winning it now.
Yeah.
I'll take my
Worry
firmly.
about the teams in around
I'll
you
take
like
my
Bournemouth.
firmly.
Right, worry about
placed
Bournemouth. Right, let me do these
Champions
last
League
super
trophies
chats.
in the museum.
Jiminy says Newcastle getting knocked out of the Champions League is karma for Callum Wilson whining about Vicario pulling faces. Podcast United get wrecked. Karabitsi says Ange has just confirmed in his presser about plans to sign a new centre back. We have Malang Sarr for you, Abby, and Erace says flex with the American disrespect. Thanks, mate. COYS. So he's not happy with you, flex. The big one this weekend, of course, is that game, Liverpool versus Manchester United. Surely you can't see the 7s and 5s and 8s. 8-0. You went 8-0.
I did.
Honestly, if
8 is great.
If that happens, Flex, will you be here on Monday? If
Listen,
it's 8-0, will you be
I
here
will
on
be
Monday?
here regardless of Monday. I was here
You
last
wa-
year when it was
9-0.
7-0.
You
Will you be
weren't.
here?
You weren't last week.
I was here last year when it was 7-0. The worst
it's
thing I've
9-0,
ever had.
will you be
After
here?
The
chucking it.
7-ups last
We're gonna see another picture of you driving on the motorway.
That's what I mean.
Could have done
I won't
that.
pick to be ill. You
Is
know,
there
I
a
won't
press
do what you
conference?
did.
Check if there's a press
I
conference.
won't do what like things with T sometimes. Like, oh, you're up in Liverpool, not back yet. All that. I'm here. I'll be here.
Yeah, bless you. Respect for
I'm
that.
always
That's true.
here. I could be
That
here.
is true. That
I
is
could-
true.
I couldn't even come to celebrate my one win The one day I should have been able to come in. With
I know one thing.
You're going very tight.
One thing I would say.
The one win.
What if? And I'm gonna leave everybody with this thought, right? As we leave you today, and don't forget to download Fair Play, the free app where you can bet with your mates. Use the code Salah. If Mo Salah scores or assists versus Manchester United this weekend, users get a free £5 bet. It's easy. Users need to be 18 plus, be gamble aware. Scan the QR code or download the link in the description right now. Join it. It's brilliant. But I'm going to leave everybody with this thought today. What happens here on Monday if Manchester United win? See you later.
I might not even turn up. I disbelieve.
I'll be there, man.